Just a quick little disclaimer, I don't really intend on posting any more self-improvement videos after this one, as I've seen people are just consuming content rather than taking action. I want to help people and not do the opposite. I didn't think I would ever be the type to be making self-improvement videos, but as you know, I like speaking my mind, so here it is. We're going to be reviewing habits today. So habits are one of the many things that define us as people, and we could either have good habits or bad habits. I've recently read Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it dove deep into the sciences behind habits. And I found out that I pretty much knew nothing prior to reading this book. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. You see, habits revolve around a system that is change. If you yourself do not change your identity and who you are as a person, it's pretty much impossible to break bad habits, and same is true for developing new ones. When you set goals, you restrict your happiness because once you achieve it, that desire that fueled your goal is pretty much gone. And then the cycle just continues over and over again. With systems, however, you don't have a certain goal in mind. You're constantly focused on improving a little bit every day, and the goals are just a part of your progress. You may not see it in the earlier stages, but what you need to understand is that the small achievements eventually build up. And no matter how long it takes for that outcome, when you achieve the goal, it will be a direct result of all of the efforts that you put in. For example, say you wanted to become a straight A student. Instead of aiming for that goal, create a system. Start getting more sleep. Set dedicated hours to studying each week. Get a tutor. Take effective notes. Study with your peers. If you focus on more tiny improvements just like this, you'll eventually achieve a lot more than just your goal. It's crucial for you to understand that your habits shape your identity, and it is one of the many things in this book that your mind is still in the mindset of, quote unquote, I can't do this anymore. That's what I used to be. I'm no longer this person. Part of you still clings to that old identity and longs to do those bad habits. But what you need to train is your brain. Train your brain into fully believing you are the person that you claim to be. It's that simple. By altering your fundamental beliefs, your actions are soon to follow. Instead of saying, I'm bad at sports, I have terrible memory, I'm not smart in school, you could replace those things with, I am good at sports, I do have good memory, I am good at school. And you'll begin to see your identity change into whoever you want to be. Lastly, I just want to touch on this last point, which is the most important of all of them, which is the 4 laws of behavior change. They include cues, cravings, responses, and rewards. With these 4 laws, you can make or break any habit. I'm not going to go too in depth talking about these, as James Clear already did a fantastic job at covering, but I will give a short summary. The first law, which are cues, are to make it obvious. Put yourself in the behavior that predicts the reward. You may be wondering what I mean by this. The most common ones would be food, water, and sexual desires. You see what they have in common, right? They will all lead to pleasure. The second law, which are cravings, is what you feel after cues. Because your brain is searching for that reward, you begin to desire it more and more, which leads to the craving for it, and the motivational factor in how we act. The third law, which is response, is where most people find themselves when trying to create a habit. Try and attempt to respond to the cravings and obtain the reward. And then the last law, which are rewards, is, well, basically the reward. But the important thing to take away from this is that we chase these rewards to do one of 2 things: satisfy our desires and to learn from them. Once again, I highly recommend you check out Atomic Habits, as it was a huge help, and I think we can all benefit from this. I hope you learned something new about habits and try and implement them into your own life. I just want to see all you guys succeed, to be honest, and I really hope this helped. Hope you have an amazing day.